it was a very interesting summit at this year National Civil Community Summit, where President Joe Biden was the keynote speaker at this year's summit. Well, his speech was moving so well, jokes and here and there, but one insensitive comment, and of course, people have described as churlish and very disrespectful to the late Queen, is God save the Queen. But that particular statement from the president has been making people talk on town and on streets. And of course, we're here to tell you about what this is the Literary Pinax News. This, as they have for quality entertainment. This is, of course, what we tell the latest from the world of art and entertainment. Kindly stick and stay with us. We've got great content for you. So, yes, join us. Let's actually delve into the statement. Well, President Joe Biden has been trending following a statement he actually made, quite a very interesting comment or statement, I should say, describing the late Queen, who, of course, is deceased now, that God save the Queen. Now, we all know that the Queen has indeed, of course, passed out. Not long ago, we had a very beautiful ceremony for her. And even various diplomats across the country know that right now the Queen is no more. So why God save the Queen? Is Joe Biden hallucinating that? I don't really know what's happening to Joe Biden. Well, maybe let's actually take a look or a listen at the video where the president says, God save the Queen. Let's see how it went. Come up for more.
Now, as some of you know, I'd usually come down and say hi to all of you. They'd tell me there's a storm coming in. Is that right? Is that still the deal? That's the truth. Now, don't make a lie. As that scene in the John Wayne movie, don't make me a dog-faced lion pony soldier. All right, well, I tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask the White House photographer to come up. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to stand. I usually shake everybody's hand. But I'm going to stand in front of each section. No, I really mean it. And if you can see the camera, they can see you. And it's the least consequential part of this whole meeting for you. I promise. All right? God save the Queen, man.
Yes, so that was the, should I say, very unfortunate statement coming from the US president. That's Joe Biden saying, God save the Queen. Now, people have been roasting the president for this particular comment. I mean, if you go on social media, people have been saying or dragging the president to actually come apologize to the monarch. And looks like he's been unbothered about it. I don't really know what's happening to Joe Biden over there. It was a very smooth speech, trust me. He had jokes, and was very interactive with the crowd at the summit. This year's National Safer Communities, summit, a very beautiful summit that happened over the weekend not long ago. And of course, the president was there to give a keynote speech over there. Now, not also forgetting that during, it could be, they do not exactly know what has been happening to the president. Some say he's battling some kind of mental displeasure, or maybe probably when the monarch or the queen was being, bid farewell to, maybe probably he wasn't in town. I mean, even if you were not in town, come on, Joe. You heard the news. You have various, entourage who, probably will be updating you about certain things. I don't think for now, President Joe Biden thinks that Queen Elizabeth still lives. Does he still think that the Queen is still living? So why God save the Queen? It's very interesting. Now, the little boy over there, maybe we can put the little boy over there for you to see. That is, Prince, okay, I'm trying to remember his name, but I really do not have forgotten his name. Now, he has been making statements, very, very wild statement. He's very funny anyways. During anytime, the monarch is having any official ceremony, this little boy outshines the show with his very funny gestures and all of that. And so, yes, we decided to put this little boy on the screens just to ease the tension from Joe Biden's insensitive comments. So that's the boy you're seeing over there. Oh gosh, I don't know why I've actually forgotten his name. Hey, you can actually let me know his name on the comment section so I get his name. I love this boy so much. He's very funny. And he's got very funny ways of interacting with the crowd during any official interaction with the monarch, or I should say the royal family. And so yes, we decided to put this boy over there just to ease the stress from away from Joe Biden's insensitive comment. Well, we'll get back to Joe Biden anytime soon, but of course, people have been saying that he should apologize to the monarch for this insensitive comment. Of course, maybe he is not briefed or aware about the late queen who unfortunately passed away some few weeks or months ago. Well, God bless the queen. I'm sure that's what he wanted to say. God bless the queen or God help the queen. Well, people are also saying that God should help him, Joe Biden himself. Well, let's go onto social media and see what most of you have been talking about. Okay, now this one says that for anyone that is intelligent enough, what he was saying made perfect sense. If you are looking for negative, if you're looking for negative, your brain will create it. Shaking my head, you people. Okay, I think everyone is entitled to your opinion, right? Or you're also entitled to your opinion. You can shut it one down. This one says, I love when a blessing comes through for people. Love the announcement. Okay, now Melon Adams comes to say he obviously was saying God should have saved the queen. Seriously though, it's probably out of habit. Okay, so God saved the queen. Like God should have saved the queen. Okay, I think that's honestly I can't agree with this. So it was a gaffe, like a blatant gaffe he made. So God should have saved the queen, and he gaffed or goofed and said that God saved the queen. Oh, come on, that shouldn't be a gaff at all. That shouldn't be a gaff. That shouldn't. I mean, these are real speeches you're aware or cautious of. If I want to say God bless the queen, I can't say God curse the queen, right? That should be something of out of context. Anyways, now this one comes to say from Elizabeth. Elizabeth says that he's too old to know where he's at. Obviously, maybe, probably he is. Well, I don't know. Come on, guys, don't come after me. But look, of course, he's old. So sometimes, yeah, you do forget things. That's what I'm saying. That it could be that he has some kind of memory loss or something. He totally forgot what he was. Lorraine comes to say the queen passed away months ago. Say what? Well, he's not aware. Probably he's not aware that the queen is late. Mary comes to say, God save our country. Well, Joe Biden, your people are lamenting that God should save your country. This one comes from Jamie. Jamie says, dumbest to ever do. Let go, Brandon. Okay. Ross comes to say, this dude don't even know what country he is in. My goodness, we are. Okay, I don't need to mention this word. Come on, guys. You guys should be very decorous here. Now, Stacy comes to say, more like God save us all. Well, yes, maybe you can actually check Joe Biden's statement once again. Let's see how it went. God save the queen. Over to you, guys.
Now, as some of you know, I'd usually come down and say hi to all of you. They tell me there's a storm coming in. Is that right? Is it still the deal? That's the truth. Now, don't make a lie. As that scene in the John Wayne movie, don't make me a dog-faced lion pony soldier. All right, well, I tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask the White House photographer to come up. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to stand. I usually shake everybody's hand. But I'm going to stand in front of each section. No, I really mean it. And if you can see the camera, they can see you. And it's the least consequential part of this whole meeting for you. I promise. All right? God save the Queen, man.